Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back playing World of Tanks, although I'm not playing on the normal server. On Friday, September the 5th, the test server, or the 9.3 test server that is, just went up, and with it came a whole bunch of new content. There's been tank nerfing and rebalancing, new tanks added, tanks being reworked into HD, maps being reworked. It's just all been really interesting to see all the new changes. I am in the new American Tier 7 light tank, the M41 Walker Bulldog, which is preceded by the Tier 6 T-37 light tank, which is basically the 9.2 Chaffee at Tier 6, and that was some pretty pro driving, wasn't it? Well, anyways, the Walker Bulldog is succeeded by the T-49 light tank, not to be confused with 9.2's T-49 turreted tank destroyer at Tier 5, which is being renamed to, I believe, the T-67, I think it is. Well, anyways, the Tier 8 light tank, the T-49, gets a 152mm howitzer on a little light tank chassis. It's like a KV-2 stuck on a light tank. And it's really derpy and inconsistent. I just really didn't like it all that much. This T-49 is actually using the stock gun, which is a 90mm rifled gun. But the real highlight of this patch for me is going to be the Walker Bulldog, I think. It gets a very interesting 10-round autoloader 76mm gun with 175mm of penetration with the standard ammo, which is APCR, and 210mm of penetration with the high explosive anti-tank premium ammo. And it does 150 damage per shot. I'm just going to let that sink in for a minute. 150 damage per shot. 10-round autoloader. That means if you penetrate all 10 rounds in your magazine, you'll do on average 1,500 damage before you have to reload. And the time between shots is 2 seconds. So this is a very, very dangerous, very fun tank to play. It's also got excellent view range at 400 meters, which combined with binocular telescopes and crew skills and ventilation, and I actually have Coca-Cola, or it's not really Coca-Cola, it's cola in game, but it's Coke. Anyways, you can get some pretty good view range going with this tank. And even if you're not on a map that really supports scouting, like say Erlenberg or Ruinberg, you can still really do some damage with this tank, because you manage to get around the sides and rear of heavy medium tanks. You can just wreck their day. As you're about to see coming up, I make this E100 to my left look kinda silly after I finish off that RU-1, or sorry, RU-251, which is the Germans' new Tier 8 light tank, which I believe is now the fastest tank in the game, with a top speed of 80 kilometers per hour. I'm about to get very lucky here. The enemy E100 is about to be spotted right in front of me, and is going to shoot a 150mm high explosive anti-tank shell right into my gun and deal no damage to me, so that was a bit lucky. But now it's time for me to get revenge on him for daring to point his gun at my beautiful M41 Walker Bulldog. As you can see, he pulls back. We're able to put a shot through his rear idler, and I can just keep him tracked here with these 10 rounds in my autoloader magazine. He turns his turret away, but I still have more rounds. Oh, and it looks like he shot the rock. Maybe trying to hit me, maybe it was just in frustration, I don't know. But I still have more rounds to pump into him. Only about half of them pen, though, unfortunately. But artillery finishes them off. And I go for a reload, which takes, I think, roughly 40 seconds, if I remember correctly. It's not a terribly long reload, but it's not that quick either. And I want to go after the artillery here, but I don't really want to be shot by that Object 263. I am able, however, to get some shots on this SU-14 too, although he unfortunately pulls into cover and I can't quite get him. But the enemy object is very much focusing on the friendly T-49 that's heckling him, so I'm able to put a few shots into him before he's finished off, and also get the kill on the SU-14-2. So as you can see, I got the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge on this game, and to be honest, this was the best game I got in this tank. Unfortunately, most of the games I was able to play in the M41 were just filled up with almost entirely light tanks on each side, which led to some just really fast games and not very... it's not like gameplay you would see on the live server, for instance, so this is pretty much the closest game I felt to what live server gameplay would be like in the Walker Bulldog, and it just performs fantastically. I love this tank so much, and I can't wait to get it on the live server. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Happy hunting.